We're gonna
I
have to
don't
do
really understand. Well, we get off topic here, but I don't really understand why politicians are so fucking old. Where's the? I don't get it. I don't understand for the life of me
right,
why, in order to be a politician, you have to check the box that says you're born in fucking 1810. I
right,
don't get it. Their ideas are not. We're in a different world.
right.
We can't
We
do this.
well, all right. Well, then let's go back even further and ask the question that I try to ask all the fucking time, and people think I'm crazy. Why in the fuck are we not on a regular basis updating the Constitution for motherfuckers that wrote that shit 300 fucking years ago? That they didn't have any fucking idea what the world was going to be like now. We're living in a different fucking world, man. These motherfuckers were living back when they were stuffing bullets in a musket. They didn't know. They would shoot one bullet every 10 minutes.
Joe Rogan's got the best bit on that because he was like, he's like, if you brought Thomas Jefferson back today, he would look around and be like, you didn't come up with any new shit.
Right.
I wrote that with a feather by a candle. Right. You've got fucking jets.
Right. What the fuck, man? How do we even judge? And there are people right now. I listen to them on the news every day. They're like, we've got to follow the Constitution. It's not the fucking Bible, bro. It's a fucking written statement. That's probably, I don't even know where they keep it, but it's got to be close to fucking just evaporating. I mean, it can't, there's no way that paper is still fucking in good shape. It's got to be to the point. In fact, it's probably in like a case or some shit. And if you took that case off of it and picked it up, it would just disintegrate in your fucking hand. And so that's what we go by every day. That's what the 9 fucking justices of the Supreme Court use to justify all their decisions. What the fuck, man? Come on. This is we're 2020. The world is different. It changes every day. Technology evolves leaps and bounds on a daily basis. So let's let the leadership, whatever form you want that to take, evolve as well. How can you possibly justify it staying the same? It makes no
I don't
sense.
know. I honestly don't know. There's no evolution in government at all. It's wild. It's a crazy thing to even wrap your head around. Like, you know, you can just pick almost anything out of it. Now, free speech, sure, you get the right. You can say whatever you want. Cool. All right, I'm gonna say it on Twitter. Can't do that. I want to say it on YouTube. I don't say that. I'm gonna say it on here. Don't say it. Okay, well, so not exactly free. You can say whatever you want as long as certain people don't hear it. That's fine. Okay, that's fair. Can't be hateful. You have the right to bear arms. Yeah, if you had muskets and no fucking pistols, I got 17 RPGs in my fucking closet. You know, like, at what point does bear arms become, I have a small arsenal? If you would like to wage war against Duluth, we can go.
We live in Georgia, bro. I know people that have 30, 40 fucking guns, and I promise you, they ain't giving them up.
No.
So, I mean, what is the solution to that? The only thing that I would say about, and we're throwing a million fucking topics out here. We're going 100 miles an hour, but I would just say, let's try to make it as difficult as possible for people that shouldn't have guns to get them. There are two things I'd like to see happen in terms of guns. If you're a guy who wants a gun, have a gun. I don't give a fuck. If you need a gun, first of all, and women, I know women that have guns, and I'm all for it, because let me tell you something. They tell me, I've met a couple of chicks, I'm sitting in a car with them, and they're flipping through their purse, and that fucking gun falls out. And I'm like, you have a gun? And they're like, yeah, I can have a gun. And I'm like, why? And they're like, well, I'm a woman, and not everyone that sits in my truck with me is like you, who wants to just be nice to me. Some of them convince me they're going to be nice to me, get in my truck, and they're not so nice to me. So I have a fucking gun, because there's no other way for me to balance out what they could do to me. I'm like, I get it now. I understand that. I didn't understand that until I saw it a couple times. I was like, okay, have a gun. No problem. Girls have a gun. Make it difficult for motherfuckers to get one. That way you can at least try to control who has in some way. And then the one thing I really don't like is the fact that gun companies are not held in any way, shape, or form. They're the only industry. The guys that manufacture guns, they are the only industry that has complete immunity from the damage that their products cause. Every other industry in America, every single one of them, if their product is involved in some kind of harm to a consumer, they are held liable for the harm that that product causes. Gun manufacturers are the only industry that have complete immunity from any repercussions, and they just hold their hands up, and they're making the most dangerous product that there is.
Well, isn't that why that there's no? I mean, they're literally making a product that is designed to do the maximum damage.
Exactly.
So what do you want them to be held accountable for? I mean, they're not selling baseball bats, and all of a sudden everyone turned into the Walking Dead guy.
If suddenly they were held responsible for the damage that their products caused, starting from a certain date, we say, okay, I get it. You've had immunity all this time. That's what you're used to. Starting a year from today, whatever damage your products cause that are manufactured from that day on, I promise you they would come up with ways themselves to monitor who the fuck got a gun and who didn't get a gun. And they would be far more careful. No differently than the companies that sell any other product that could potentially be dangerous have to be careful about what their product does and who gets it. They're responsible. Look, man, I
feel like the solution to that is simple yet also very, very complicated to achieve. So if you can somehow associate that single gun to a single owner. I own this weapon. Only I can fire this weapon. But that solution is not so simple. You can't do fingerprint pistol grips because people might wear tactical gloves or any kind of glove, or for whatever reason, if it was a life or death situation and you grabbed your weapon lawfully to defend yourself and you couldn't fire it because it malfunctioned, that's huge, and you died, that would be a big problem. But I feel like that is the ideal solution, is a way to,
it's about accountability.
Tag them. But accountability is tough on guns because from the manufacturer, unless it's like a misfire child safety thing where which happens a lot, way more than it should, where kids get a hold of a gun and fire it and kill somebody, or their brother or sister or dad or whatever.
Right.
Whatever the thing could be, right? It's very tragic. There is no accountability for that. But at the same time, they go, well, the thing did exactly what it was supposed to do.
Right. And what I'm saying is, as of right now, the only industry in the entire country that has zero culpability for what their product does is the companies that make the most dangerous product that there is. We banned lawn darts because lawn darts were fucking too dangerous. We went after the lawn dart companies. They were fucking fined and sued, and people got in deep fucking shit for making lawn darts because people were getting hit in the head with fucking lawn darts, and they're like, hey, motherfuckers, you didn't tell us if we got hit in the head with fucking lawn darts, we could die. We have warnings on shampoo. We have fucking every kind of, you can't spill a drop of liquid in a fucking Walmart without 10 employees bringing a fucking sign to surround the drop of liquid saying, don't walk here. We hold people accountable for everything except the manufacturer of guns. And that's insane.